Well, dear students, in our previous class we have discussed NEET questions. Let's continue in today's session. 168th question. The class name cyclostomata means. Already I told you in the previous question. Cyclo refers to circular, stomata refers to mouth-like, circular mouth-like without jaws. Option A, marine, but reproduction takes place in fresh water. B, mouth is anterior, ventral, suctorial and circular. C, ectoparasite of fishes. D, jaws are absent. The best appropriate answer here is option is B, that is mouth in anterior ventral position and suctorial and circular. That's the right answer, B option. Next question, the study of fishes is called A, ichthyology, B, serpentology, C, saurology, D, conchology. We have told you during explanation itself, serpentology refers to about snakes, saurology about snails, then D, conchology about shells, we have told you, and ichthyology in Greek, ichthys refers to fishes, and Latin pisces also refers to fishes. So the study of fishes is called ichthyology, whereas the fishing is also known as pisciculture. The practice of cultivating fishes is known as pisciculture, but the study is known as ichthyology. So option A is the correct answer. Next, marine with a streamlined body. Clear? Marine with streamlined body. This question. Characteristics are there. Marine with streamlined body. Second point, cartilaginous endoskeleton. Third, mouth is ventral. Fourth, caudal fin is heterocecal, that is having different lobes, the tail fin. Notochord is persistent throughout the life. The above characters belong to which of the following organism? Select the total number given. Fine. One is dogfish, sawfish, flying fish, fighting fish, anglefish, jellyfish, starfish, trigon, torpedo, rohu, catla and magur. Among these, some of them are mollusks they have given, some of them they have given as bony fishes. And you all very well know, you might be knowing that these characteristics what I studied above, they are the characteristics of all cartilaginous fishes, that is nothing but chondriocthies, cartilaginous fishes. For example, like scoliodon, what we commonly call as shark. Shark is also known as dogfish, so dogfish one, then again sawfish, then after that trigon, and then torpedo. These four are cartilaginous fishes among them. So answer is B, option B, that is 4. Option A 3, B 4, C 6 and D 7. So among these fishes only 4 animals belong to chondriocthies. So that's why the answer is option B 4. Next question, the scales found in chondriocthies is or are. What type of scales are found? We have already told you, that is placoid scales. So here option A is placoid, option B cycloid, option C ctenoid, option D all of these. You all very well know in chondriocthies we come across placoid scales. In differences we have also told you, it's there in the study material also. In osteoichthyes we have cycloid type of scales. So that's not the answer. Option A, placoid type of scales is the correct answer. Next, moving on to question number 172. Which of the following is correct about cartilaginous fishes? There are few characters are given. Kindly listen carefully so that you can answer. Option A, teeth are modified with placoid scales which are backwardly directed. Second sentence backwardly directed is correct, but whereas the first sentence teeth are modified with placoid is a wrong statement. So this can't be the answer. Next, B, 5 to 7 pair of gills for respiration but without operculum. You all know what is operculum. A operculum is nothing but the cover which covers the gill. Fine. Slit like coverage that covers the gill. That we come across in case of osteoichthyes, that is bony fishes. So this is not the correct statement as far as the cartilaginous fishes are concerned. Moving on to the next option, that is C. Air bladder is absent, so they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. Clear? Air bladder is absent, so they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. D option, in males, the pelvic fins claspers are absent. Clear? So chondriocthies, air bladders are absent, so they have to swim constantly to avoid sinking. I might have told you this point also, they take rest during sleeping itself. So shark, for example, cannot stop swimming throughout the life, since from its birth till death it has to constantly keep on swimming. If it stops swimming, it cannot stand still like how other fishes can stand still like bony fishes, because they possess what? Air bladders, correct? So these fishes lack air bladders, so they cannot stop swimming. If they stop, they sink to the bottom and become the prey for other fishes. So they have to keep on swimming because of lack of air bladders. So option C is the correct answer for 172nd question. Moving on to next. Select the total number of organisms which possess two-chambered heart and are poikilothermal in nature. Here, Scoliodon, clear, Pristis, Clarius, Betta, all names given are zoological names, scientific names. So you need to remember these scientific names. If you remember common names, that's good for your knowledge, but that doesn't help you out in case of NEET examination. So I repeat the options. Scoliodon, Pristis is nothing but sawfish, Clarius, Betta, Pterophyllum, Echinus, devilfish, cuttlefish, sea lily, Hyla, Lebio, Catla, Torpedo, Trigon. Some of these names we have mentioned during expressions also, clear? So you should remember, among these, the animals that possess two-chambered heart and they are poikilothermic are 9 animals are there. One is Scoliodon, Pristis, clear? Then amphibians also, Lebio, Catla, Torpedo, Trigon, altogether 9 animals have these characters of two-chambered heart and poikilothermic in nature. So option B, 9 is the correct answer. Next, select the difference which is wrongly written, wrongly matched. You have to find out the wrongly matched here. Wrong option is the correct answer. Kindly give more concentration. In right hand side you have cartilaginous fishes, left hand side you have cartilaginous fishes, and right hand side you have bony fishes. So let's see now. Operculum is absent, cartilaginous fishes, correct. Bony fishes, it says operculum is present, correct match. Next, in cartilaginous fishes, option B, fertilization is internal, that's also correct. In case of bony fishes, fertilization external, of course, correct. C option, cartilaginous fishes possess 5 to 7 pairs of gills, correct option. In case of bony fishes, possess 4 pair of gills, that's also correct. Option D says, under cartilaginous fishes, it says mostly oviparous. You know that oviparous refers to laying of eggs. That's not the case in case of cartilaginous fishes. Most of the cartilaginous fishes give birth to young ones. So this option is absolutely wrong. A wrong option, correct answer, because wrongly matched we have to find out. So option D, mostly oviparous in cartilaginous fishes and mostly viviparous in cartilaginous fishes is a wrongly matched correct option. It should be vice versa rather correctly, but here we have to find out the wrongly matched option. I hope you understood. So moving on to here, for 74th question, option D is the correct answer. Next, which fish possess poison sting, which gives you poison? Scoliodon, it is known as dogfish, commonly as Indian dogfish. I have told you what we commonly refer as shark, option A. Option B, Trigon. Option C, Torpedo. And option D, Pristis. Pristis, nothing but sawfish. It don't have that sting-like structure. Even Torpedo don't have. The answer is Trigon. It has a sting that gives you poison. Sometimes it paralyzes the prey also, and is also used as a defense mechanism and also for offense. As far as offense, what do you mean by offense here? It also used to attack the other prey and other predators. So for both it is used. Option B, Trigon, is the correct answer. I hope it's clear. Next, 176th question. Which fish possess electric organs? You all very well know, it's very easy. Torpedo, commonly known as electric fish. Fine. So option C is answer there. Next, moving on. Males possess claspers in pelvic fins in the class. Here class refers to class of the fishes, Chondriocthyes or Osteocthyes. You all very well know. In Chondriocthyes, male animals possess organs known as claspers. So option A, Cyclostoma, can't be. Option B, Chondriocthyes, yes, of course it is. And option C, Osteocthyes, wrong answer. Option D, Amphibia, also wrong. So for 177, option B is the correct answer. Next, select the correct matching. Here you have to select the correct matching. Try to understand. Petromyzon, matching A, option Petromyzon. I have said hagfish. It's wrong. Mixin, lamprey, again wrong. You might be knowing what is mixin name. Fine. Carcharodon, it's known as great white shark, which we come across in case of Indian Ocean also. So this is the correct matching. Again they say Trigon, D option, Trigon and Torpedo, wrongly matched. Correct matching, Carcharodon, commonly known as great white shark. Clear? The common shark is known as, fine, Scoliodon, which we also known as dogfish because it has the sense of smell. Hence it is also known as dogfish. I have told you the whole story in the class. Next question. 179. Streamlined body. Characters are given. You have to find out all these characters belong to which class. First character, streamlined body. Second, both marine and freshwater. Next, mouth is terminal. Next, caudal fin is homocecal. This is the most distinguishing character so that you can easily find out. Homocecal refers to equal lobes in caudal fin, tail fin. So you all know these are the characteristic of osteocthies. Good. So next character is 4 pair of gills with operculum. These are all the characters. The question is, which class has the above characters? A. Cyclostoma, B. Chondrocthies, C. Osteocthies, and D. Amphibia. Yes, you are correct. C. Osteocthies is correct answer. Next, osteocthies possess which kind of scales? Very easy. Fine. Clear. Osteocthies, placoid, cycloid, ctenoid. He says both B and C, that is cycloid and ctenoid. In most of your books and in our material, we have talked about cycloid scales. Few fishes also possess ctenoid type of scale. C is silent there. So option D, both B and C is correct for 180th question. Next, external fertilization is found in stingray. A. Stingray, external fertilization. Try to understand. We come across this in case of osteocthies, bony fishes. So you have to find out the bony fish over here. A. Stingray, cannot be. B. Flying fish. Clear? Flying fish. C. Sawfish. D. Dogfish. Sawfish, dogfish and stingray, they belong to chondrocthies, cartilaginous fishes, where you come across fertilization is internal. So the answer is option B, flying fish, which is nothing but bony fish, osteocthies. Next question. Select the total number of bony fishes from the following. He has given many animal like names here. You have to find out among them how many are bony fishes. Exoctis, of course correct. Hippocampus is bony fishes 2. Labio, again correct. Catla, again correct. Fine. Clarius, fine, correct. Beta, correct. Fine, clear. And then Pterophyllum is also correct. All these first 7 animals are bony fishes. Rest of them, Trigon, Torpedo, Pristis, Colodon and Carcharodon, they all belong to chondrocthies. So option B, 7 is correct answer. Next, air bladder which regulates buoyancy. You might be knowing what do you mean by buoyancy. Buoyancy is nothing but the ability of fishes to swim or to float. That's what is known as buoyancy. It occurs because of presence of air bladders. We have already told you this point, and you all know that air bladders are found present in bony fishes. So look into the options here. A. Cyclostomata, can't be. B. Cartilaginous fishes. C. Bony fishes. D. Amphibia. Answer is yes, C. Bony fishes. Next question. Select the correct matching. A. Beta, fighting fish, correct. B. Hippocampus, flying fish. You all know hippocampus is nothing but seahorse. It can't be flying fish. Pterophyllum, fighting fish, says it cannot be. Clarius, labio, no way at all matching. So option A, beta, fighting fish is the correct matching. 184th question, option A is the correct answer. I hope it's clear. Listen. 185th question, select the incorrect matching. You have to select the incorrect matching, wrongly matched. A. Sculodon, dogfish, correctly matched. Pterophyllum, anglefish, correctly matched. Clarius, mugger, also correctly matched. Now, option D, Trigon, again they are matched as Torpedo, which is not at all the correct matching. Option D is the correct answer there. Again now here, concentrate more. Select the correct matching. You have to select the correct matching here. Cyclostomata, class Cyclostomata, gills 6 to 15 pairs, correct. B option, Chondrocthies, gills 5 to 7 pairs, also correct. C option, Osteocthies, gills 4 pairs, all are correct. So option D, all are correct is the answer. Moving on to 187th question. Which of the following is a marine bony fish? Don't get confused here, fine. Marine, which lives in salt water, bony fish, fine. A. Exotis, that is nothing but flying fish, of course correct. This flying fish is a bony fish which was found in marine water, that is sea and oceans. And also again, B. Hippocampus, what we call commonly as seahorse, this is also correct. So option C is both A and B, this is the correct answer. D option, he says sawfish, it's a marine fish, of course true, but it's not a bony fish, it's a cartilaginous fishes. Don't get confused, fine. So option A and B, that is nothing but Exotis and Hippocampus. C option, both A and B are correct. Next, 188th question. Which of the following is a freshwater bony fish? Freshwater bony fish. Labio, what we call ruhu, correct. A. B. Catla, that's also correct. C. Clarius, mugger, also correct. Fine. D option, all of these. And those who eat these fishes, they might be knowing all are edible fishes also, and they are freshwater fishes, bony fishes. So all of these is the correct answer. Next, moving on to 189th question. Which of the following is a freshwater cartilaginous fishes? Freshwater but cartilaginous fishes, clear. Scoliodon, of course cartilaginous fishes, but it is found in marine water, can't be. B option, Trigon, Of course, cartilaginous, but it's not a freshwater animal. C. Torpedo, or it's known as electric ray. Of course, true, cartilaginous, but it is not found in freshwater. So none of these animals are found in freshwater, but they are cartilaginous fishes. So option D is the correct answer. None of these. I hope it's clear. Next, 198th question. The name amphibian. Amphibian, you are very well know this. Amphibian indicates that they can live in A. Aquatic habitat, B. Terrestrial habitat, C. Both A and B, D. Aerial habitat. C. Both A and B is the correct. Next, amphibian belong to superclass. You all know that in Gnathostomata there are two superclasses. One is Pisces, other is known as Tetrapoda, to which amphibia belongs to. So listen to the option here. Option A, Pisces. Option B, Agnatha. Option C, Gnathostomata. And option D, Tetrapoda. You all very well know amphibians, animals have two pair of limbs or legs. Hence they belong to superclass Tetrapoda. Tetra refers to four and poda refers to limbs or legs. Next, the following features belong to which class? Features are given, you have to find out the class. Listen carefully. Body is divisible into head, trunk and tail. Tail may be present in some. This is the first character. Next, skin is moist and act as respiratory organ. Very distinctive feature. External skeleton is absent. Fine. Next, I have eyelids. These characters belongs to option A, Cyclostomata, option B, Amphibia, option C, Reptilia, and option D, Osteoichthyes. You all know it is belongs to all characters are referred to option B, class Amphibia. Next question, respiration in adult frog. Adult frog, because adult frog is found in the terrestrial habitat, not in the larval stages. Find out in NEET exam. You have to give concentration to each and every word of the question, because you will get a clue in the word of the question. So you have to concentrate more. Respiration in adult frog is A, buccopharyngeal cavity, correct. B, skin, also correct. And C, lungs, also correct. Option D, all of these is the correct answer. You have to mark D. Next question, respiration in tadpole. See the difference here. Earlier he has asked about terrestrial habitat, now about aquatic habitat. Respiration in tadpole larva is by A, gills, B, lungs, C, skin, and D, all of these. Answer here is gills. Don't be in a hurry, don't get confused. Respiration during tadpole. Tadpole is found in the aquatic habitat, so it has to respire through gills. Option A, correct answer. Next, which of the following tract open into common chamber cloaca in amphibians? Which of the tracts common, they open into a common opening known as cloaca? A, alimentary canal, correct. B, urinary tract, correct. C, reproductive tract, also correct. All these openings are commonly open exterior. That is, such an exterior opening is common opening is known as cloaca. So option D, all of these is correct. Next question, which type of dentition? What do you mean by dentition? The setup of arrangement of teeth in jaws is what is known as dentition. What type of dentition is found in amphibians? Homodont, thecodont, heterodont, monophyodont. Let's try to understand the terminology. Homo refers to similar, same, equal. So homodont, that's found in amphibians. Option A is the correct answer. Option B, thecodont. You all know theco refers to sockets. Thecodont means teeth present in the sockets, which we come across in mammals. Heterodont means different type and different size of teeth, different functions of teeth that don't come across in lower animals like amphibians. So again, heterodont are found in mammals. D, monophyodont, same type, single function, single type of teeth, that also you don't come across. Homodont, A is the correct answer. Next question, three-chambered heart. Three-chambered heart, comma, cold-blooded, comma, external fertilization and indirect development is seen in which of the animal? Labio, Salpa, frog, Myxine. These are all the characteristics of amphibians. Fine. The answer is frog here. C option, frog. Next question. Skin is moist and tympanum representing ear is found in. Very easy. Hyla, correct. B, frog, correct. C, ichthyophys. All these animals belongs to class Amphibia. There are amphibians. You all know that. So D option, all of these is correct. Don't get confused. Ichthyophys is a limbless amphibian. It's a connecting link between the class Amphibia and class Reptilia. It look like worm or look like snake, but it's an amphibian. One more special characteristics of Ichthyophys is, these are all general points we tell you for your extra information. Try to remember, try to note it down. Ichthyophys, you come across male parental care. Male parental care. Fine. So that's one more point. Hyla, it's also known as Hyla, flying frog. Hyla, clear. Next, select the correct matching. Column 1, A, buffo, B, frog, C, hyla, D, salamander, and E, ichthyophys. Clear. Column 2, salamander, rana, limbless amphibian, tree frog, 5, toad. Fine. We have to match here. Fine. A, buffo refers to toad, which we commonly see near our houses. Very big one, brown colored skin, dark, comes during rainy season or winter season. Buffo, toad. Fine. A5, B, frog. Frog refers to rana. Rana pentadactyla, rana hexadactyla. Fine. We have rana is a zoological name of frog. So B2. Then C, hyla. Hyla refers to tree frog. Hyla refers to tree frog. Clear. C4. D, salamander. Again same name, salamander. Common name also same. Fine. Zoological name is also same, salamander. Fine. E, ichthyophis. Fine. It is a limbless amphibian. So the correct matching is A5, B2, C4, D1 and E3. Option B is the correct matching. I hope it's clear. Moving on to 200th question. Limbless amphibian is, just now I told you, frog, tree frog, ichthyophis, buffo. Option C, ichthyophis. Next question. First class of vertebrate which are fully adapted for terrestrial life is A, amphibia. Cannot be, they are not completely adapted for terrestrial life. B, reptilia. C, aves. D, mammals. Listen, B, reptilia also, C, aves also, D, mammals also, all are completely adapted for terrestrial mode of life. But in the question, one word is there, first class of vertebrate which are completely adapted for terrestrial mode of life is class reptilia. All these classes, class aves, class mammalia, also correct answer. But the first class is reptilia. So option B is correct. Next question, reptilia means A, flying mode of locomotion. No. B, swim mode of locomotion. No. C, saltation mode of locomotion. Can't be. D, creeping or crawling mode of locomotion. The word reptilia, you all know that it is derived from Greek word repre. Repre refers to creeping and crawling. What do you mean by creeping and crawling? The animals which move with the help of their stomach, with the help of their belly during their locomotion. Their belly helps in their locomotion. It touches the ground like snakes, crocodiles, tortoise, turtles, all those things. So here repre refers to crawling or creeping animals. From the word repre we have derived the word reptilia. So option D, creeping or crawling mode of locomotion is correct. Next question. Which of the following is incorrect about reptilia? Body A, body is covered by dry and cornified skin. Epidermal scales are scutes. No. B, body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. Head, neck, trunk and tail. No. Heart is usually three-chambered. No. D option, respiration occurs through lungs and skin. In case of class reptilia, the correct option, the correct statement is D, respiration occurs through lungs and skin. Next question. Four-chambered heart is present in all except, clear? Crocodilus, that is nothing but crocodile, what we commonly call. Alligator, also one of the type of crocodile. It has four-chambered heart. Corvus also has four-chambered heart. Corvus refers to bird that were commonly called as crow. It also has four-chambered heart. Then the last option, D, calotis. Calotis is nothing but garden lizard which don't have four-chambered heart. Calotis is a name for common lizard or garden lizard, what we usually see in gardens and parks. So option D is the correct answer. Next, which of the following shed their scales or skin cast? Skin cast, C-A-S-T, cast means the upper covering. Fine. We have told this point, I have explained you during explanation. Clear. Which of the following shed their skin or scales? A, snakes, correct. B, lizards, also correct. C, both A and B, correct. D, testudo, wrong option. Fine. This is what is known as molting. This process of removing of shedding their skin or external coverage periodically during growth and development is what is known as molting. It's also known as ecdysis. I have told you this in arthropod also when we were talking about cockroaches. At that time only I referred that. Again, these characteristics we come across in case of class reptilia. So this is known as molting. Biologically, the correct terminology is known as ecdysis. I had also told you that the hormone that is responsible for ecdysis is ecdysone. I had told you that this question will be asked in NEET. I had put the star mark also. You do remember that? Fine. So answer here is both A and B. Next question. Sexes are separate. Internal fertilization, oviparous and direct development is seen in case of which of these? He is asking kilone. Kilone refers to, fine, reptile. Testudo, again, Bangaras is the name of a snake. Fine, clear. Testudo, tortoise like Kilon also. All these are reptilia. All these are characteristics are seen in class reptilia. They are the examples of reptilian animals. So D option, all of these is correct. Cloaca is seen in case of, cloaca you all know, common opening, is seen in case of amphibia, correct. Reptilia, correct. Sea aves, also correct. So option D is the correct answer. Video chal raha hai, going on. Next, 208th question. Select the incorrect matching. Incorrect matching. A. Chilion, turtle, correct. B. Testudo, tortoise, also correct. C. Chameleon, tree lizard, also correct. What is the wrong option here? Calotis, he says wall lizard. I already told you before this explanation. Calotis is referred as garden lizard, whereas wall lizard is nothing but fine house lizard or wall lizard, what we call commonly seen in case of houses. Fine, wall lizard or house lizard. Wrongly matched. Option D is the correct answer. Next, select the incorrect matching. Incorrect matching again. Naja, cobra, correctly matched. Crate, Bangaras, correctly matched. Vipera, viper, correctly matched. Hemidactylus, garden lizard, wrongly matched. Wrongly matched, but correct answer. Option D. Next, select the total number of lizards from the following. Animal names are given. You have to choose how many of them are lizard. Chilion, no. Calotis, correct. Again, chameleon, correct. Crocodilus, fine, correct. Hemidactyla, columba, and nephron, they are all the wrong options. So option B, 3 animals are lizards here. Next, which of the following is a poisonous snake? Poisonous snake, venomous snake, poisonous. A. Cobra, correct. B. Crate, correct. C. Viper, correct. Answer D, all of these. You all know cobra, rest, fine, clear. Hemotoxic, and crate and viper, neurotoxic, fine. Limbless reptile, I told you, limbless reptile. Chameleon, it has limbs. Crocodile, of course, 2 limbs. Chilion, also tortoise, also has limbs, whereas snakes don't have limbs. Fine. So limbless reptile is snake or snakes. Fine. But though they don't have any specialized organs like limbs for locomotion or fins for swimming or wings for flying, but snakes are absolutely magical. They show all sorts of different types of locomotion. They walk, they run, they climb, they glide from higher to lower trees, and they swim also. So they don't have, though they don't have the special locomotory organs, yet they exhibit all types of locomotion. Such a magical creature, snake. Hence, I love snakes a lot. Clear? Next question. In birds, 4 limbs are modified into 1. Jaws is modified into 2. Bones are modified into 3. 4. Heart is modified into 4. You have to see what is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay? Fill the blanks correctly. A option, wings, beak, solid 3-chambered. B option, wings, beak, pneumatic bones, 4-chambered heart. Correct. Clear? So what is the question here? 4 limbs are modified into wings. Jaw is modified into beak. Then bones are pneumatic, hollow bones. You all know pneumatic means heart is 4-chambered. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. The first vertebrate which are warm-blooded are reptiles, amphibians, they are cold-blooded. Birds are warm-blooded animals. Option C is the correct answer. The aves have additional chamber in digestive tract, and of which dash is for food storage and dash for food grinding. Very good question. Fine. In first dash, first fill of the blank, crop is a part of the stomach. Fine. And gizzard are also part of the digestive system. Option A, crop and gizzard is the correct answer. Don't get confused. In B option, they are given vice versa, gizzard and crop. First blank, crop, second is gizzard. First crop, then gizzard. What is not digested in the crop will get digested in the gizzard, because gizzard has chitinous teeth. So always remember, first is crop, other is gizzard. In case of cockroach also same. In reptiles, birds are also same. You can remember it in alphabetical order also. First is C, crop, then G, gizzard. This is an easy way to remember. Good. Next, all are flying birds from the following except corvus, crow, flying, columba, pigeon, flying, pistacula, parrot, of course, flying. Next is Ependytes, fine, like emu, like animal, non-flying. Okay. Next, pneumatic bones are present in A, corvus, correct. B, neophron, that is vulture, correct. C, pavo, pavo means peacock, our national bird. Fine, clear. You do remember that.